So yeah, they're just saying like, talking about getting kicked, boom, right in the balls. I'm smiling, but no, it's not funny at the time. But yeah, so like in relation with that, get kicked in the balls, get kicked in the nuts, going through painful experiences. I talked a little bit about some rollerblading wipeouts, which I mean are a joke. Like that's nothing, other than the fact that I somehow managed to avoid getting rabies or tetanus from that dog bite. But you know, those aren't big deals. But some other kind of funny stuff happened, some interesting situations, and most of that had to do with getting robbed. Argentina has this like, well, Buenos Aires has a reputation like any big city, like you gotta watch yourself, you can get robbed, like someone's gonna find a way to like spill something in your shirt and distract you and take your cell phone or something. But I've been pretty lucky, like up until I came home for Carmen's wedding, I only been robbed once, and it really didn't matter because all that they got away with was like some photocopied books for teaching, some pens and pencils, and like 12 pastries or something like that. Like, so nothing of value, not my passport, not my cell phone, nothing like that. And the way that one happened actually, it was funny. I was in a cafe with a private class with really cool kid. He's a Japanese kid who lives in Buenos Aires. Anyway, so teaching him English, and I was at a table in the cafe with him, and there was a kid like running around the cafe, a little tiny kid, and I was like, okay, whatever, his parents are just letting him run wild, no big deal. But what I was doing was, the kid was doing a reading, and I was looking at what he was reading and circling where he had pronunciation errors so we could go back to it, right? So I'm doing this, and he's doing reading, so both of our eyes are down, and like my bag, like a bag just like this bag right here, whoa, guitar, just like this bag right here, just like this, was at my foot, literally just like this, like right at my foot. Here's, you know, you can't see it on your view, but like at my foot, a bag just like this with my stuff in it. And you know, I'm listening to him and circling what's incorrect, and he's reading as well, and I guess maybe I felt a little something bump into my chair. Nothing major, just a little something, something. In my head, I totally thought it was that kid running around the cafe. So we finished the lesson. I'm like, okay, good job, blah, blah, blah. We're about to go. And I'm like, where's my bag? He's like, I don't know. And like, I was like, I think someone stole my bag. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, I have to see the tape of this cafe, because it was like a gas station cafe. I was like, I have to see the tape of this, because I have to see how this person did this. Like, I wasn't bothered by anything. I didn't really care. I didn't lose anything important. But I was like, that person had like major, major balls to do that, and or major skills. Like that wasn't an easy thing to steal. Like I was right by me, and I don't know how they. So I wanted to see the tape. So we asked them if we could see the tape. They're like, no, you have to talk to the management. All that. I was like, okay, no big deal. That was like the only problem I had before I came home from Carmen's wedding. Big deal. So I go back to Buenos Aires after the wedding, and one night I'm walking home, and I got my big hippie hair, like not like this, but like longer hair. I think I'd gone to a movie or a date. I don't remember what the heck was going on, but I was coming home, I was in a good mood, and I was like, I swear I was like juggling like a mandarin orange in one hand like this, right? And I see this guy coming towards me. It's close to my apartment, so it's not the best neighborhood. I didn't live in a super nice neighborhood. And he's like, just sort of him and I on the streets walking towards me. He's a little shorter than me, but younger and stronger than me. And kind of like, you know, that like hood, like gangster look to him. But I was like in a super good mood, so it didn't matter. So as he gets closer to me, he does the classic technique of like, what time is it, which is que hora. So he asked me what time it was. And I answered him, I said, once media, like I thought it was 11:30 at night. And I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, okay, no, but I'll check. So I put my hand in my pocket to pull up my cell phone to check. And somewhere on some primal level, somewhere in my brain, fortunately, something was looking out for me and saying, hang on to this phone tight when you pull it out. So pull it out of my pocket to look at it, real tight grip, and show it to him like, no, 11:15, like 11:15. And of course he tries to take it from me. And fortunately, like I said, I had a really good grip. So he couldn't get it. So I think this was all like almost humorous to me. So I think I said, nope. And he was drunk, right? And so he took a swing at me. And fortunately, like I don't know how I did, 'cause I'm not a really good fighter. Fortunately, I managed to get my head like out of the way, and he just got me off the cheek, whatever, right? And it had like a big meat hand, like it wasn't like a bony hand like mine, so it didn't really hurt me or anything like that. And then he just walked away because he didn't want to fight me. He was just frustrated that he couldn't get the phone. And I was adrenalized, but I wasn't angry. And so I was adrenalized to the point that I couldn't speak Spanish. So when he walked away, I was like, nice try. And then I walked home, and I actually found the whole thing like more funny than scary or anything like that. But that's not how that's usually perceived by people in Argentina when there's an encounter like that. And I mean, it could have been way worse. If he would have got my cell phone, it would have been terrible because If we fought, he could break the cell phone. If we fought and he won, I'd get my ass kicked and I lost my cell phone. If we fought and I won, I would feel terrible beating up a poor drunk guy. You know, like, I mean, yeah, I gotta get my phone back, but I would feel terrible about that. So it was just lucky that he didn't get it. Then the last situation happened again. I was on a date with this girl. It was our first date. We've been walking around a lot. Nice day, and it's getting dark now, so we finish off. We come to this park near the train station, and the train station is like the main transit hub. It's like the worst place to be in terms of getting things stolen. And there's just so many people in and out from all different parts of the city. And this park actually is close to my school in Buenos Aires, so it's not a bad neighborhood, but that park itself near that train station is pretty bad. And we had so many students get their stuff stolen from there, like just held up, I don't know with real guns, but like held up, had to take their phones, whatever, right? So me and this girl sit down on this bench, and it's starting to get dark, and this is like the dumbest thing to do, like dumbest thing. And even dumber still, this girl could speak English moderately. So we're speaking in English because we've been speaking in Spanish the whole date, and I was like, dude, we gotta flip over to English, I'm exhausted, right? Just talking in English on a bench, and she looks way more gringo than me. Like, she's whiter than I am, for sure, but she's from Argentina. So we're talking English, and of course, like, this night, two people walk up to us, a guy and a girl, and the guy has a backpack on, so again, I'll use this bag as my prop. He has a backpack on. What they do in Argentina is they carry their backpack on their front, because that way you can't get robbed. If it's on your back, you're robbed. So he walks up to us with the backpack on the front like this, with his girlfriend. He leans in, he says something to me, and I was like tired, I wasn't really paying attention. I thought he was just asking for money. But then I realized, I heard like the word pistola or something like this, and he came closer, like right up close to us, and he had his hand behind the back of this, and he was saying he had a gun, like, and he didn't want to show it. And I was like, still, like, my brain wasn't even awake to the situation. I was just like, not afraid. I was like, what's happening? But fortunately, the girl I was with, she just lost it. She just started like, I'm a fucking Argentinian, get the fuck out of here. Just like totally started screaming at this guy, right? I guess she thought like he doesn't really have a gun, and she was just offended that like as an Argentinian she was gonna get robbed by an Argentinian. But that guy probably thought we were both like gringos because we're speaking English, and she's like I said, she looks whiter than me, and my clothes probably weren't super Argentine. I don't know, but anyway. So anyway, this couple sheepishly left because they didn't have a gun, and she was like super proud because I guess she'd been hit by a car on her bike a few months earlier, and since then she'd been kind of like she felt a little more like timid in the world, but her personality normally is like ah. So anyway, so she just like lost it on them. They left. I was like, whoa, crazy lady. And so then we were walking to get back to the train, and I saw the couple walking right towards us. She didn't see them because she was in her world of like, yeah, I just kicked some ass. But like, I saw the couple walking towards us, and I actually felt like so bad for them. I was like, oh, because like they're poor, and they got rejected, and it's just like, instead of being angry at them, I was like, I felt sorry for them. So anyway, that's another robbery story for you. Those are the main ones that happened in Buenos Aires. So held up at fake gunpoint, punched in the face by a ham hand of a drunk man, and someone magically stealing like a couple of pastries from a bag that I had. Anyway, that's the story.